Hi, I'm Mindie Burgoyne, and this is your Haunted Minute. This is really going to be a haunted couple of minutes because this is one very haunted site. I'm standing in front of the old Denton jail, still an active prison in the Caroline County system. Back in 1915, there was a young man by the name of Aloysius Sheppard, also known as Wish Sheppard, and he was convicted of raping a young girl in Federalsburg. He was sentenced to death by hanging, and the gallows were erected out behind this building, and he was, in fact, executed. But they say right before they took Wish out of his cell, he resisted as they got to the door and put his hand up. And he left a handprint on the wall. After he was executed, they couldn't wash it off. They couldn't paint it off. The sheriff said he painted over it several times, and the handprint would come through the paint. The sheriff, after that, tried to get rid of the handprint by putting concrete over it, and the handprint surfaced through the concrete as well. And all the while, Wish Sheppard was haunting the heck out of the inmates. And they would call out in the night to the sheriff, because he was on the premises in those days, ask him to come and save them. They saw the red eyes of Wish Sheppard. They heard chains clanking up the stairway. Some of them said they were attacked in their jail cell. But when they did the renovations to the jail and they enlarged it, they took that space where the door was, where they took Wish Sheppard out, and where the handprint was, and they simply put a wall over it. So it's still in there. It's just covered by a wall. And when they did the renovations, the haunting shifted. They went from Wish haunting the inmates to Wish haunting the staff. And the staff have all kinds of stories about how they were haunted in this particular building. One is that they can hear him coming up a stairway. The stairway is literally feet behind them, a metal spiral staircase, and they can hear the feet going one at a time up the step, just maybe 10 feet behind. When they look there, there's nobody there. They can see shadows in the hallway, shadows on the camera. The security cameras pick up shadows near the elevator, near the soda machine, near the intake center. In fact, the staff at the jail, they just refer to him as Shep, and he's like part of the family. Everyone has accepted that the place is haunted, and they sort of expect the experience. So we can't be walking through the jail, but we can actually experience Wish Sheppard from out here. If you look behind me, I'm on the courthouse green. So there's the courthouse there. If you're out on the courthouse green at night, people will look up at the jail, and in that center window you see on the 3rd floor, that's the attic. People have seen a man in that window with a light on. And when one of the maintenance people told me just a few weeks ago, the light in that part of the attic, it doesn't even work. No one goes up there at night. So to have a light on there and see a man up there, that's a phantom. That's not real. But people see it. And you probably can't see it from here, but if you look under that little overhang porch, on either side of that white door, there are 2 green metal benches. And staff have reported sitting there when it's quiet, and they can hear somebody talking to them. And sometimes they hear a rapping sound, like a knock, that's right on those columns in front. So they're staring at the columns, they know full well nobody's there, and yet they hear a knocking, and they know it's Wish Sheppard. So if you're out here on the courthouse green, like at the witching hour, or when it's dark out, and you look up at the jail in that little center window and you see a light, or if you hear rapping on the columns, you know, say hello to Wish, and get out of there quick.